Well, hello. Welcome to Drawing with Fire. I am Valarie, your neighborhood pyrography artist, here to help guide you on your burning adventures, and I'm joined with hubby.
Hubcap.
And we are going to work on the crown today. I hope you like the new intro. I like it. It makes me dance. I tried not to make it too loud for you. Okay. So hi, Cian, Robin, Cheryl, Gila, Marie. Let's see if I can see anybody from the top. Goodness. Hi, Eve and Grace. There we go. All right. First off, I want to thank Cian. He actually kept me from having to go to the hospital yesterday. And she's probably sitting there scratching her head, wondering why.
Me too.
Because he is the reason I was answering a question and not sitting or standing under my bookshelf.
Oh, okay.
Yep. My bookshelf came off the wall yesterday. Came crashing down. 6-foot bookshelf with a good, over 100 pounds of books?
Mm-hmm.
Easily.
Oh, I still gotta fix your drafting light.
Yeah, I know. We'll get there. It broke my drafting light. It messed up my drafting desk a little bit. But had I been standing 2 feet backwards, I have no doubt we would have been ending up at the hospital. So thank you, Cian.
Yeah, and that was scary because I was in the living room and I hear this crash and then no sound. And I come in and Belle's facing the window, with this pile of books in the shelf behind her. And she goes, I know what happened. I don't want to look.
Well, because I heard the first crack. So I glanced over, and I already saw it in motion. Yeah. So I just turned around because there was nothing I could do about it. I just had to let it go. Luckily, I'm waiting for the burner to heat up. Sorry. Spirit shader.
Grace says, her computer says that there's an error. Guess I'll be missing this one.
Again?
Yeah.
Can we still see me? Bye, Grace. I'm sorry. Hopefully we're doing okay. Let me check the stream. No, it looks like we're on. I'm just waiting for my pen, which is not heating up. Why are you not heating up? It should have already been hot. I hope it didn't hit something that I don't know about. All right, that'll be quite... That's not enough. See, I'm not getting... what I should be. I'm almost tempted to touch it. Okay, it's done buffering. Trying to figure out why my pen is not... It's not heating up, right? I mean, I'm so tempted to touch it because it's driving me nuts.
No, that's not... Put it on just a piece of paper over there.
Piece of paper takes more heat. Let's try it.
You're getting something.
Yeah, but it hit me this low. Why?
I don't know.
That's really odd.
I don't think it's...
I'll have to check it after the live. As long as I can get heat, I can... See, it's hot there. Maybe it's the wood. Maybe the wood's... Because we've been getting a lot of rain.
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe... Let me flip this. There's enough moisture in the wood that it's not... Okay, maybe it was that... Well, let's find out. Alrighty, so the little bitty crown, I'm actually going to zoom in. So let's do this.
Yes, Robin, I'm feeling better.
Yes, yay. Hopefully.
I have to apologize to chat.
Why?
I'm going to try and eat this without crunching.
I don't know if you can.
I'm going to really try, though. It's taco salad.
Are you really going to?
Well, I don't want to waste it.
There we go. Let's pull this down a little bit. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Hi. Let's say hi. Hi, Patricia. Yeah. Alright. Now I can't see my crown. Alright.
Packing boxes. Is she moving?
Who?
Patricia.
Oh. I know she did a video and I haven't been able to watch it. It has been crazy since the last stream.
It really has been.
Alright, so I guess I should show this real quick so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Though I have it popped up on screen, I am looking at a printout, and it is bigger than my crown, but that's so I can see the details. Now I have to remember there's these little cutouts in the metal of the crown, but my background's going to be dark. You're so trying to be quiet.
I'm trying.
Of all the food to
I know.
it's next to nuts and nachos. And anyway, so I need to. We know the light source is coming down this way, so her crown would be glowing on the left side, and all the edges left side of the edges and the inside here. But I haven't put in the background here, and on my drawing, I do have some fern, and my drawing's off. I know it's off because it was hard to transfer. And actually, I'm thinking maybe
I would make all those diamond slats into gems.
into gems.
Yeah, and that way I wouldn't have to worry about the background. But I'm terribly lazy, so.
Actually, that would be more work, not less for me. Why are you out? You're not the right pin. Thank you. Yeah, they waited for me to. Alright, I'm going to try to see if that's small enough.
That sounds like a good idea.
I'm going to see if this is the small ball tip, if it will work. What I do want to do is I need to angle it for me because the camera's really close, but I know my lines are a little off. In fact, that's a straighter line. So rather than trying to burn it correctly, if at all possible, it's much easier to try to fix your drawing first.
Michael Ann's here. She can't stay long now. She says she has to go pretty soon.
Well, thank you for joining anyway. Alright, so I have to decide. Now, if I go lighter all the way around, I could go back once I have the background in. I could go back in and darken just where I thought triangles would be versus trying to go around the triangles. Since those are already going to burn anyway, I think that is probably a better option.
Yeah.
To go ahead, because in the reference photo it shows as light. But because I've got ferns and darkness in the back, they will not be that. So I can try to get as much of the graphite off as possible. Probably should start heating up the tip without burning myself. Oh, I'm already heating it. What?
No, I was going to ask if the tip is... Seems
I
like
haven't tested it yet. I was holding it while I was trying to fix it, the drawing. No. Something happened. Because this ball tip on... Well, no. In this particular case, I didn't have it on the right side.
Oh.
In this particular case, I should have paid attention to the cord. Let's try this again. Alright, it's starting to heat up.
That's what you get for having a dual burner.
I know. Sometimes actually a single would be easier. Especially if there's only a couple of pins that you use. As long as you got something to drop your pin into to make sure you don't burn yourself. So I think what I'm going to do, because this is a lighter area here, and it may be my test with I'm having an issue with. Look at it, because right here it's burning just fine. Alright, so it's my test strip.
Okay.
Oh, that makes me feel better. Let's see here. So I can darken up around the feathers here, and the feathers with a hat or a crown placed on top would kind of be going over it. So we need to make sure it has, let's see here, so that's the bottom. Oh, I need to put a little weight to the bottom. A little shading. And this is why I didn't burn the hummingbird to completion, because I knew I was going to have to adjust this area and a couple other areas. So it was better. Now I don't want to outline, so I'm going to tap. Let's see here. So because I'm burning a new area, I need to stop and pay more attention to my reference photo than what I'm burning. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. So we're going to have light hitting on this side and a little on the top here. I can actually drop my temperature down. So let's go.
Michael Ann says that she showed her husband the raven.
Oh, cool. I hope you liked it.
She says that he liked it almost as much as she does.
Well, thank you.
Hopefully she likes them.
Mr. Michael Ann. Yeah, hopefully he likes them. He did. He left a very, very supportive and wonderful comment. Overall, I'm happy with how the ravens came out. I do plan on doing more, which is funny because back in 2011, 2012, I said I was never doing ravens again.
I didn't believe you.
Alright, so I'm trying not to burn over the graphite. That's why I'm skipping around.
Why did you say you'd never do them?
Because it was, at the time for me, a pain in the butt.
Oh.
I mean, you figure that was 6 to 7 years ago. So it was more of a pain. And it just goes with, as you gain more experience, certain things get easier. But I really wanted those to be different. They're not as different as I wanted. That's okay. Let's see here. So this side is going to be darker, but we're going to have some cast light. So it's going to be like darker here and here, because we want to make sure that it looks curved, that it looks rounded. So we have to, I got to get adjusted here. I have to pay attention to where we put the shadows and light to get that feeling. But at the same time, I do want to take off enough. See, some of it is the crown on the other side of the holes, because some of the holes aren't like straight through. So, but in doing this, because this is a darker scene and we don't have light coming from straight from the top, we have light coming this way. That means the inside down here is going to be darker instead of lighter. Yay, welcome to me talking to myself. That is my discussion with myself as I'm working.
Well, so I know you're working on this piece, but getting back to the ravens. So now it's done, it's framed. And it is the only original raven that we have in the house, because all the rest of yours is sold. I wonder how long this one's going to take.
I don't know. I'm not hanging it for show until...
What, it's elemental?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I'm submitting it for elemental.
I'll probably sell it there.
That's the last place my raven sold.
Yep.
So, and that one, and 50% of the proceeds are going to Arizona for the ravens on this piece. So they will get the money.
That's awesome.
Unless somebody wants to buy it sooner.
Yeah.
They absolutely can. And I'll just have to make something else for its elemental. Alright, so light is coming this way. That means we would have a little bit of shadow under the ball tips of the crown. Have a little shadow this way. A little bit here. Have more down here. See, there's another ball there, and it's got a cast shadow underneath. But because the light is coming this way, that shadow wouldn't be there. I mean, if you can get a reference photo that matches the lighting that you want, that's much easier. But I have to be stubborn. And I tend to do things the hard way.
That is true.
I was waiting for some kind of comment.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you.
Why not?
Because that is very true.
But you know what? Because I've put myself in situations in regards to burning where I've never done something before, I think it has helped me progress in more of a direction that I want to go.
I'm trying to get better. When I was a child, my parents used to try and explain the concept to me. They were like, do you want to do things the right way or the easy way? They referred to the right way as Mr. Right Way, or are you going to go with Mr. Easy Way? And
well, kid's going to say Mr. Easy Way.
Yeah.
That's normal.
I tried to make Mr. Easy Way the right way. So I'm trying to do things the right way. So,
well, it takes time.
In fact, I probably would have been less critical of my own art this last piece. Mm-hmm. I am much happier after we talked. Because I made those adjustments that we talked about. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's better. Just those little touches are like so important.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, might want to explain, as a married couple who are both artists, whose brains work in two different ways.
That's true.
We had to come up with in regards to you. Excuse me. Well, those faces, not in regards to me.
Oh. We
had to come up with a tactful, how do you want to say it? Used to, I would walk in to Jason's studio and just point out good things and things that I felt needed to change to get the result that he wanted. And he would be in the middle painting, so needless to say, my timing was bad. Then he'd become a grumpy butt.
Well,
because I did it.
Partially me being too sensitive about it, but the way Val works, she works very meticulously in layers, and I
see things differently.
I work more loosely, especially when it comes to the beginning and the middle of the painting. It's not till probably like 3/4 through the painting that I start to really tighten up in on my details, and so a lot of times you would point out things that I was intending to fix.
Yeah, that you just hadn't gotten to yet.
Right.
Oh no, I claim my bad timing and assuming that I could just say what I thought.
Yeah.
Even if you weren't ready to hear it.
Well, I think that that's still the goal, honestly. I'm a little sensitive about that.
What, to say what I want?
Yeah.
Oh. Right now, I'm just trying to lightly, because I know those areas are going to be darker, I'm just trying to kind of lay them out. The more graphite I can get rid of, the better. The better. So I'm trying to get those realigned. And a lot of this is texture, is like tarnished metal.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of different value tones and squigglies to get that texture. Right now, I just want to get as much graphite off as I can. Well, I really shouldn't worry about if I erase around it because I still have the pattern attached. It's not like I can't retransfer the background.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go for it. I just don't want to...
Jacqueline Stevens is in chat.
Hi, Jacqueline. Okay. See, it helps getting rid of that graphite. Now I'm going to switch over to my 9MS, which I know is going to take less heat. Put that down, switch it over. I gotta find a camera angle I'm happy with. Is it clear?
Looks clear to me.
And have we done any more buffering?
No.
Because when we buffer, I need to stop talking and doing. That way they don't miss anything.
There hasn't been any buffering in a while.
Oh, good.
Not since the last time you noticed it.
Okay. I just want to make sure it's... There we go. Just waiting for things to heat up.
Lisa is here. Puremeister.
Hey, Lisa. Yes. Lisa has had quite the summer so far.
What's going on with Lisa?
I told you what's going on with Lisa, but I don't know if Lisa...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If Lisa wants to chat, I mean, it's nothing like bad. She's been busy.
Yes. I'm interested and intrigued, Lisa. Very intrigued.
Let's see here. Let's move. See, I've got a line right here.
This is me sitting on the edge of my seat. Eating a taco salad.
Eating a taco salad, being intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
I can go a little darker.
You can't see it, but one of my eyebrows is up.
Can you put that eyebrow up in your voice so they can hear it?
I'm intrigued.
Is that how it would sound?
I don't know.
I don't either. Alright, so I'm just trying. Let's see here. Fill off. Going there, going there. Yeah, off. Let's see here. You know what? Have one here. Yeah, this needed to be a better drawing. I needed to do better on transferring.
I thought you were pretty meticulous.
I am, but...
No, on this piece.
There were so many lines that I didn't necessarily get all of it correct.
Oh.
And that's what I mean by fixing. It's better and less time consuming if you have your drawing and transfer correct. But alright, so now I'm going, because what I'll have to do is go back and, well, inside, I already decided inside's dark. I could do.
I'm looking back through chat. I guess Deanne is doing orchid burnings for the fair.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she has. Oh, Sian did Ricky's video, his announcement for World Pyrography Month help. Ricky had a different way of laying out and doing the running pattern.
Okay.
What I am going to do is once I get some of this dark in, and see the thing is this is a very small area, and that makes a difference, even though I'm looking at a larger. So I'm off.
So I wonder, is Deanne just doing originals, or is she doing prints, or?
She's burning her orchids.
Oh. So all originals?
Yeah. From what I've seen, yes.
Okay.
Yep. Alright, I'm not happy.
It's a lot of work.
It is. Alright. I know. There it is. I put my knife away. I need to reshape this diamond. It's gotten out of hand. Can you see okay? Do I need to... Oh, maybe that'll work better. Need to reshape it. I got it too big for the area. Oh, that was a big crunch.
I'm trying to keep it.
So I'm trying to get my diamond shape back because I went over. So even here it's too long. And I will have to end up going back with the knife anyway to put in more of the texture from the metal. But the biggest thing is paying attention to where I put the darks so I can have my lights. Let's try to fix this. And for this smaller area, the knife is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like it for big areas. All right. Let's go back.
So they're all 10 by 10 centimeter flower originals.
Yeah.
Wow.
If I remember right, he had asked her dad to pick up a little bit of wood for her so he could make more. And if I remember right, he came back and handed her like 200 cut up boards for her to do.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. See right here, I've got my hummingbird too dark, which is going to throw off and make me want to make the crown darker. So what I can do, I need to lighten her up. Because like right there, that line is too dark for what I want.
Are we having night visions this year?
That tends to happen in like February to April. It's already passed.
And we can't. Okay.
I don't know if they did one this year. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
Let's see here. That's gonna have to go lighter for now. Because I'm trying not to throw myself off and go too dark with the crown, because it is a silvery tarnished crown.
Yeah.
So the value tone of the crown is still lighter than, say, if it was a darker metal.
Yeah.
So I gotta keep that. Let's see here. This comes down.
Sorry.
Bless you. This comes down.
Sorry.
Of all the lunches
I
you
know.
chose. It's just funny. You must have been craving it.
Yeah,
Isn't
well,
it?
I didn't want to go bad.
Oh, it couldn't. It was gonna go bad in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Didn't realize that's how it worked. All right, so inside I have a little diamond in here. And it's at the base of these two prongs, or whatever we want to call them. And that one's actually lighter, and I think I'm going to keep that lighter because we're seeing it over this edge of the crown, which I lost my line.
You need to take a break and drink some of your coffee.
I've been sipping it.
Have you?
Yeah, it's not strong enough though.
Oh.
I went too light.
You went too light?
Yeah, it's alright.
Uh,
Let's see here. I messed that up.
You need more rum?
Right now, yeah, kind of. Alright, so I've got a line here I don't want to lose. This is a highlight. So I'm just going to scratch this in so I can see it better. And then...
So if a highlight is where light hits something,
Mm-hmm.
is like where a very low powered light hits something called a low light?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, I was trying to be funny and I can't tell if you're just blowing me off or being
No,
serious right now.
It is.
I was supposed to be funny.
I'm sorry.
ruined everything.
I'm sorry. And so, yeah. See this diamond. I should have gone lighter with this. So see, I go back and forth all the time. I mess up all the time. I got that rough.
Michael Ann and Patricia have to go.
Bye. Thank you for stopping by. Have fun storming the castle. So did anybody say anything about the intro? Because I really...
No.
Aww. I like it.
I like it, but...
But? You said but.
No, I'm going to like it anyway. Because, like,
You said but.
like the whole concept. No, I'm just saying I like it, but I was going to like it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
I do.
Yeah, this is a small area. I mean, in the scheme of things, this crown helps if I get it the right way. There we go.
Eve says the intro is fun.
Yay!
Cheryl says, I like the new intro.
Yay! So we're at an inch.
Eve is asking, what's with the have fun storming the castle? Because she didn't remember where it's from.
Oh.
I think it's safe.
Yeah, I think it's safe. Well, do you not remember? Did Valarie said it, right?
Yeah, in The Princess Bride.
In The Princess Bride, Valarie,
which was the wife of Miracle Max, played by Billy Crystal.
when they left.
And they raised Wesley from the dead. Well, he was only mostly dead.
Oh, wait a minute. If you haven't seen it.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like 30 years.
It's too late now.
30 years later, I think we're okay for spoiler alert. So, but anyway. So yeah, so then they go off to save the princess Buttercup from the Count, and as they're riding off, Miracle Max and Valarie are waving and telling everybody goodbye and have fun storming the castle. Think they'll make it? Nah, it'd take a miracle.
So that's where it came from.
That is a classic. If you haven't seen it.
In fact, that just made me want to see it, and we haven't watched it in a while. Mm-hmm. Sunday night, that's what I want to watch.
Okay.
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 All right.
All right.
Fine.
Okay.
Whatever.
But Valarie's in that scene, and he's waving it, and he says it. Right? It's not Miracle Max that says it. Or is it?
I don't remember. Gotta watch it.
Yes, we do. Because I can't remember if it's Valarie or Max that says it. And Valarie's played by Carol Kane. And I think he's awesome. So, one day it just came out, and I haven't stopped saying it. My crown is so off. Trying to figure out how I'm going to fix this because it's off. I'm thinking right now. Well, I can make it solid. I really like those diamonds.
Well, the highlights.
I know, but I scratched into the wood with a knife, and so you can really see that texture.
Oh.
And that's why I had pulled out the sanding stick, but it...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This won't happen again for months.
For months?
Yeah. I haven't eaten crunchy food on live stream in months.
No, you've been good.
And I realize this is not being good.
You could hang my sweater over your head. Mute it.
That's an interesting mental picture. You sitting here burning me with a sweater over my head, eating taco salad.
Yeah, I am not happy with how this is going. I'm thinking. Oh, sorry.
So when you come in my studio, I know how to explain it. So right now you're frustrated, right?
Not yet. I'm just trying to...
A little bit, though.
Well, yeah, because I said I was going to do one thing, and I'm not pulling it off.
Okay, well, not yet, but you're trying to figure it out. And you know that there's a problem, and you will fix it. So, like, when I'm, like, in the studio, and, like, I'm working on something, and I know that there's a problem with it, and I'm, like, it's completely focused, and you come in, and you're like, hey, the foot looks weird. And it's like, and it's not even what I'm working on. I'm like, oh, I haven't even got to that yet, you know? So that's where my frustration comes in. And it's not your fault. It's just you're pointing out things that
my eye catches when I first
your eye
look at
catches
it.
that I haven't even got to yet.
I know.
But to be fair, like,
it's just how my brain works.
I do appreciate it because, you know,
I'm trying to get better.
It's not if I go the whole painting and don't see that, then I would have to go back and work on it.
And that's my thinking, is if you've gotten so far and you haven't fixed it, there's a chance that you'll miss it.
Yeah.
And it's easier to fix it while it's in the ugly stage versus your final stages. But I'm not.
I know.
So now we have devised, because we didn't tell them part of the plan.
What?
Now I don't look. I don't look at your painting. I don't talk about your painting. I don't acknowledge your painting until you come to me and say, okay, I'm ready. Can you please come look at it and let me know? But I think that's made you a happier artist because I'm not in there.
That makes me sound like kind of a diva.
Oh, God, you are.
Mm-hmm.
You are a diva, but that's okay. You're my diva.
It's true.
It is.
It's true. But I am glad. I'm glad that I'm done with it.
I haven't looked at it.
Yeah, I think I'm done with it.
I'm switching over the ball tip because I get a little smoother burn than the MS.
I I fixed, the tiger painting that I did a couple years ago.
Which one?
Unnameable with the blue eyes.
Yes.
Well, I realized when I was looking at it and I was repairing it, because it's scratched up from exhibitions and things like that. And so I was repairing it, and then I was like going over it, and I was recoloring some of it because I've learned a lot since then.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that the eyes were the wrong color for the color scheme. So I made them magenta instead of
cool.
blue. And it looks so much better.
Does it?
Yeah. Looks so much better.
Well, granted, I don't work in general in color. But when you do work in color, it definitely can make a big difference.
True.
Just by changing one color.
Yeah, it harmonized the whole thing. The blue just didn't match what was going on with the rest of the painting.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing with this. I'm trying to see if I can smooth out anything. Because this box tip's too big or too small. It's not going to smooth out. But, because I got rid of the pencil, I can switch over to the spear shader and get a little smoother burn that way with less of an indent because of the ball tip. But it would help if I actually put the spear shader in.
I just realized, I can do something that you can't.
What's that?
Well, when you get done with a pyrography piece, that's pretty much it. You can't do much with it after it's been sealed.
No, once it's sealed, I'm done. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can strip it, but then there's a whole... if I stripped a burning, that stripper is going to raise, the grain, and in doing that, it's going to change the burn, which means I would have to sand down to even the grain, and in sanding down, I just took off top burn, and I would have to reburn. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, because I've been going back and working on pieces that I haven't worked on in a long time, that I previously had kind of well, it's done,
Yeah.
But they're not, so.
Well, I'm glad you're seeing your art in a different way and able to go back and
I think other people do that. Like I've talked to some artists that are like, and I talked to like oh god, a couple artists that I went to school with, and they're like, if they're not happy with the painting, or if it sits around the house for a couple years, they just gesso over it.
do they?
And they do
Yeah, see, I don't have those options. Ah. There we go. There we go. See how I can fix this so that I'm happy. I'm using the edge of the tip.
Sian wants to do more sign work, but she needs a different tip because her spatula sader is too wide to get sharp corners.
Oh. Let's see here. See, I've got a glob here. I need more distinct. This goes right here. And that's the highlight I put in. And what I'm going to do is shade.
He's asking if there are super fine needle tips.
The thinnest needle tip I have is this one. Let's see if I can get it in. And it is owie needle, but it's going to grab the grain because I took a knife to it too soon.
Oh.
And so it's not smooth. So that tip is going to grab the grain and pull and not burn smoothly. So I have to not use it. I'm wondering if I shouldn't burn in some of the darks that are going to be back here.
Yeah.
That way I can look at this differently and I can shape the crown with negative burning a little better than trying to do. Alright, so this is a fern, but it's a blurry fern. What I can do is lighten it. Because I've got darkness blending off because we've got light hitting a little bit in the background of the waterfall over here, which you can't even see where I'm pointing. So this is a fern that's more in the background, so it's not going to be as bright as some of the closer fronds. And it won't be in detail. So I need to, and this really is real-timey, going back and forth, trying to fix something, trying to balance it out. And that's one of the things I like about doing the lives.
Yeah.
Because with speed burning or speed art videos in general, it's harder to tell what is going on. So I'm going to bring this camera, I think, out a little bit. So I have a little room to work.
Heather's here.
Hi, Heather. Alright, so this palm frond back here is just it's just going to be shapes. There's no detail because it's of its location. So I need to, it would be lighter coming out here, darker as it goes more into the background. So what I'm going to do is make it dizzy because I need this angle, which I can come down.
Whoa.
Told you I was going to make you dizzy. I had to flip you. Sorry.
Cheryl says she likes the lives and the longer videos. So she can learn so much more from them.
And that's how I feel too. I don't feel rushed as much. As much. Or, and then I can get more information in. So right now, I'm just going to kind of give my illusion of palm fronds.
Palm fronds. It sounds so
Not
close.
palm, yeah. Ferns. These are ferns. Sorry, these are ferns.
You said palm fronds.
I did.
It's very close to the German word for French fries.
Pommes
frites.
Pommes frites.
Made me crave French fries.
Sorry. You got them in there, but you're eating taco salad.
I know.
All right, so these are my lighter areas that might get hit by some cast lighting and just the glow of light in general, but not direct light. So let's get those in just so I have them.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Heather. Shots fired.
I didn't do it.
No. Me and Eve making fun of my poor little crystals meow. I don't know what that's about.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got some
get
kitty rage.
Ready to rumble.
Do we have some kitty rage going on?
Maybe.
Alright, so this is where the lighter area is going to be. This is where the darker area is. So I'm going to bump it up. Now, where this is at, what I have to decide is this full-on black around in the spaces, or if it's still gradiating into and having this be the darkest area. The thoughts. Because I don't want this detailed, so I'm going to blend my dark into it, and this will help pull out the, you know what, I'm thinking too much. I'm just going to freaking do it.
You? Think too much? Did you just hiss at me?
Hiss, growl, whatever works. Alright, so thing is this is going to show that my hummingbird needed to be lighter. So let's go darker. Alright, let's get this in there. So we're going to act like there's a separation. Make sure I'm on screen. Palm ferns. Let's get that in there. Our crown stops there. See, now I can kind of reshape things, and that is helpful. Let's see here. One, two, three, four. Now, yeah. Deep breath. You do it.
What I think is interesting is that even though I'm very familiar with your process, that I usually can't anticipate how you're going to make corrections and things, because pyrography works so much different than any of the mediums that I use.
Yeah. Well, I also have to make decisions on how I want to fix something.
True.
Do I want to make it darker and go away? Do I want to cover it up? So I'm set on just about 4. I'm moving there's more of the edge of the spear shader touching down.
Well, that's really helping for the definition of the crown.
And then I'm going to go ahead and bump down because I do need to darken that area, but I don't want to go too dark. And where did I put the edge of the crown? It goes this way and then straight down. So let's get that in there and kind of blend the dark background more into the fern if possible, so that only small areas of it light. He's kind of, and trying to hopefully make the fern look like it's curling. And let's see here, I'm gonna bring the dark down. If I use just the tip, I can Heather is
Hey, Heather.
Let's blend some areas a little lighter. Let's bring this up. Bring this in.
So we've talked about this, you and I, internally, but we really haven't talked about it on stream.
What's that?
Like prints and merch.
Honestly, before there's ideas that I have, but I need to get through
For prints or merch?
both.
Well,
I mean, I can make a print if somebody said, "Hey, I want to print," and bought it, and I can do a print on demand. But like setting up shop, I don't have time to do that.
Well, that's what I'm going to be doing. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks we'll have something rudimentary up.
Hopefully.
I will work on it.
Okay.
And I don't know what the interest would be like on that, but I don't know. I've been kind of going back lately and thinking about like stuff that like there are Nouveau painters around the turn of the century, and since then other artists have echoed that, not so much with original art, but with the problem with art being not accessible to the people.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think that the way forward is prints, not just in terms of profit, but in terms of like accessibility, so that people can get into all of art.
Yeah. Let's see here. I've just bumped back up to 4.
That's a really interesting texture that you're working on. Like it's
I'm just
really appealing to me.
Trying to get the illusion of. I'm not trying to.
Well, it's definitely there.
And it still needs to be blended out more.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to. And the reason I'm doing this is I wanted to show how much it changed the shape. What did I do?
You made me some Pyrography, love.
You said you wanted social coffee.
Yeah,
I put the same amount in yours that I did in mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my tongue's tingly. I've got rum in my coffee. Arr. Who knows what's gonna happen now?
Oh boy. Let's see here. So I can go a little darker on this part of the burn, so I'm actually going to leave that so that I have options, and then I can go back and change.
Yeah.
And then tapping around. I got distracted. So come back over here to do this edge, and then I can go back and definitely get out the graphite. Alright, so this is going to be uber dark when I touch down because of my heat setting, and that's raw wood. So it's going to look like a bit of a shock. It does for me anyway. So I have to take a deep breath, tell myself it is okay. I did not mess it up.
Okay. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Breathe.
Told you I hold my breath.
I know, I was getting concerned about you though.
Why? I wasn't turning blue yet, was I?
You weren't breathing.
I was holding my breath. I warned you. Alright, so let's tap some of this down. And now I'll be able to go back, I think, and work on the crown a little bit better and feel a little bit better about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because now I've got more of the shape that I know it's going to be because of these darks. Luckily, where some of it's lighter, I can actually turn into shape. So that's, you know, leaves in the background. So I can take this off.
Well, Robin Short says, Valarie, your work looks amazing.
Oh, thank you. Now I don't feel that, but I appreciate it. The ugly stage is hard for me. It is. Because I want it to be right immediately.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me.
Well, that's what we all want, you know? It's hard when you're in the middle of a piece of art and it's like, it doesn't seem like it's going in the right direction. Like, I feel the same way about my art all the time. Like, it's not until the last couple hours of being, you know, working on it that I really start to feel like it's coming together and I'm able to look at it and see that. Because often it just looks like a mess.
So we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to start lightening a little bit, I think, because I'm getting closer to the more open area. So, and this will allow my lights to stand out a little bit better. And I am trying to pay attention to the heel of the tip because I don't want to overburn from the heat radiating into the crown. Alright, so we're on this side. That's where I have the palm of the fern. So
I guess Robin is having a problem with a pastel piece that's driving her nuts. So she's moved on to something different. I think that helps sometimes to move on to something and come back to it. I have mixed feelings about it though, because like I can get so engaged in a single work that like I feel like when I go away from it, like when I come back to it after too much time, I'm like, well, what was I doing?
yeah,
You know.
I didn't used to have multiple pieces going until YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here, this is where...
I don't know. Different people have different philosophies on it. I think it's good to have multiple pieces going, especially when you're dealing with media that has drying time. Or just for the perspective, I guess.
Well, I guess it's a little harder for me because in the past, when I was just working on one piece, if I wanted to move on to something else, it was an incentive to get this piece done so I could move on to the other piece.
Yeah.
And now I don't feel I have that as much. Hence why the two bears and the buffalo are still not done. I want them done, but...
Sometimes I forget about a piece that you're working on because I haven't seen it in a while. It's like, I forgot about the buffalo.
It's right behind you.
That would make me not very observant.
Well, it's flipped facing the wall.
Oh, okay.
In all fairness. So this part of the fern is starting to come out more. We'll just put some in here.
So, who's getting ready to do... Hang on.
What are we hanging on to?
Oh, I was
I'm like,
I don't, because I only really, sorry, but I only really like interact with your audience like once a week. Like we talk about stuff that's going on, and you're like, oh, so and so did this or so and so did that.
Yeah. What are
But
we
you're
talking
like
about now?
fully engaged. I was trying to remember who was going to fair. It's Sian.
Oh, Sian.
Yeah. And so I'm curious, like, what does chat think about like moving your piece, like you know, pricing your pieces, like accessibility for the public versus you know, versus cost of original fine art.
That's what, for me, that's what prints are.
Well, it is for me too, but I'm curious to see what chat thinks.
So, let's see here. So this means, looking at this, I'm going to have to go, ooh, deja vu. What did I do? What did I do to that piece in my deja vu?
I don't know.
Because then I know what it would look like.
So Heather says because you haven't finished the bear, she's like, all we need is another bear and a blonde kid so we can have the whole cast of Goldilocks and the 3 bears.
Yeah, no doubt. I've got 1, 2 bears.
No doubt.
No doubt. I'm sorry.
For certain.
I've been watching Still Game.
Mm.
It's a bunch of, it's 2 Scottish comedians. Alright, let's see here. How do I want this? Because now I see my hummingbird may be a little dark in areas. What to do? Now, if I went even darker behind the hummingbird, he would look lighter. But in going even darker, especially like where the ferns are, I lose. So what to do? Because I put the elements in here for a certain feeling, and like with the ravens, I was okay. They were, the line work stayed the same, but what I was doing with those ravens, the idea I had in my head completely changed. I do think this needs to be darker.
I had a dream the other night about my close piece.
Yeah.
And it was in the dream, like I realized that the close piece wasn't finished, and I added something to it. And
in the dream?
Yes, in the dream.
And did it work?
I don't know. But when I woke up, I had this feeling that I was missing something. And I went to look at the piece, and it doesn't look like it's missing anything. But it bothers me. I can't remember what I did, because maybe it was something amazing.
That sucks. I thought you were going to say you remembered what you did. You saw how it looked and made your choice.
No.
All right. So the crown is a little lighter. You know, let's back it up and see how it looks. And I have to stop and look at this screen you guys are looking so that I get a different perspective. Kind of like taking a photo. And we're not going to go there because that was a whole conversation with Grace. I haven't forgotten. So let me tilt this so it's straight, hopefully. Maybe. Alright, so the crown. I don't know that I would do much more than the crown other than smooth out some areas and sharpen lines. I think that's what it needs the most. Let's see here.
Well, Heather, I'm afraid.
Why?
She says, I heard Val say Scottish, and guess what image popped in my head? But I don't know, because it's Heather.
Yeah, I need to tighten up some of my lines. Let's see if you can see it better. But putting in some of the darks has helped. I think I need to put more dark around here so I can see what the true value of the hummingbird is. And I'll reshape my diamonds inside later. I'm not going to stress over those. Right now, I'm just trying to make sure I have the right total value. And I think, let's cut some lights. Ooh, I looked at the light. Now my eyes are... What do you think, love?
The crown looks quite a bit darker.
It does, but because of how dark I went on the hummingbird, and because I know I want a darker background in this area,
yeah,
I've got to go lighter.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So that it kind of glows with the feeling that light's hitting it.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, we got the light coming this way in the piece. There we go. I got the light coming this way in the piece. I mean, 'cause this is going to darken up. I think I'll do a little darker. Maybe I'm actually, camera-wise, I'm really happy with this mushroom, so I may not do anything more to it.
Yeah.
This is going to be a dark area. Some lighter. These are up close. And I also want to push this crown further up. So it's part of the first main layer is the crown, the hummingbird, the mushroom here, the mushrooms that are along the branch, and then at the very end here, there's a rock that's going to be a little closer to the viewer, but a lot of this is fog. So I have to balance everything. I made this piece a harder piece.
Yeah, you did.
Than it really needed to. But I also wanted to test this wood. This is the Truckle Baltic Birch Cradle board, and I really wanted to test it. So I wanted a bunch of different textures and tones, and so I got some stuck in my head. And
well, at least that's visually interesting. It's like, if I was doing this, I would pick like simple things, but it would be really boring. Today we're going to burn a brick. Let's look at the texture of the brick.
And maybe that's what some people are looking for.
It looks like a brick. The brick is being hit by the light this way. Let's try and replicate that, shall we?
What are you doing?
See?
Exactly, and I'm trying to make this more appealing. And it's okay for me to alter how I want this crown to look in order for it to fit my piece. So I'm not worried about it not being as dark as my reference photo.
Okay.
Because I actually made that mistake with the hummingbird, and that's why she looks so dark.
Well, I think it's important to have that creative option. You should have that creative option.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Maybe if I put in, because this is a closer one. Actually, I've already got it marked out. Maybe. So, we've got one there. There's a dark in there. What I could do is go in and do my negative burning around the ferns. So fun watching me think, huh?
I never had a Furby.
No? The boys.
Did they always look like this? Like with the bottom?
That's an original.
Ooh.
Now they're all digital. The boys got it for me back in...
Needs batteries.
Yes, he does. They don't even know what you're talking about in your hand.
Val has a Furby.
No, that's my original. It's the only one I got. The boys got it for me when they were little.
So that's Furby original.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what they did.
They talk and blink their eyes and move and supposedly learn. And the new Furbies, you can show it. I mean,
sorry, I didn't mean to get distracted. It
you
just occurred to me that this thing was
me.
staring at me.
In fact, does it have a date on it? 1999. My original Furby. You notice they got me the green one.
It's missing an eyelash.
It fell off. Oh my gosh. It's going to be on the floor because he was on my shelf.
Oh, really?
And he did not have a missing eyelash. Oh, it's on the floor. I haven't swept it yet.
Okay, I did not mean to trigger that.
Oh no, I'm glad. Okay. Back to focus, back to focus, back to focus. I gotta find the eyelash.
Well, chat, I'll be looking for an eyelash now. Maybe it's not on the floor.
Well, I haven't. I picked up all the books and the pens. It threw. When that shelf came down, it threw things everywhere. Luckily, I had just a couple of days ago finished doing the mat for the ravens, and so I still had my cuts out, and that's what was laying on the light pad, or that would have gotten shattered.
I really don't see anything.
It can wait. It can wait. I promise it can wait. Let's see here. Alright, so I'm trying to get my line. I may have... No.
No, that's just dirt.
Oh, that's bad. You had to go and say that on camera. You have now gotten me back, and I will not say what you've gotten me back for because I don't want to start it again.
It's not.
Trying to get the shape right.
The Furby lost an eyelash. No person lost an eyelash.
Let's see here. So let's get our dark.
Heather has a question about something, but she's afraid to ask.
Just ask.
When has Heather been afraid to ask a question?
I don't know. Yes, I do bite. It is hard, but not often. Go for it, Heather. Oh, yes.
Has Val seen the Furby organ?
No.
That's Eve's question. What is a Furby organ? I'm
have
afraid.
Not.
Are we talking about like musical instrument or something else?
I'm assuming musical instrument.
Boy, I hope so.
I'm assuming. Let's see here. So trying to straighten up these lines.
Eve says no. Oh my god.
Alright, we'll have to look now.
Okay. She's sending that to your Facebook for later.
Oh gosh.
Yes,
good or bad?
Musical indeed. Alright.
So I'm trying to get the shape right. I'm pulling out the shadow.
I'm curious what Heather wants to ask.
I know. I'm waiting.
Come on, Heather.
Spit it out. What?
Nothing, just stuff you say when Heather's around.
Oh. Let's see, I got a line here.
We're buffering.
I don't see the buffer.
I do.
Is it still?
No, it stopped. We're good now.
Alright. I'm trying to get... See, now I've got a line going straight down here, which I should not have.
Sien's never seen Furbies.
Like I said, that one's from 1999. Yeah, and that is the year they got it for me. And they got it for Christmas.
Huh.
And I took out his batteries a long time ago.
We put them back in secret so that when you move around the studio, it surprises
He'll
you.
wake up going, because they're supposed to learn.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how much learning he did. It's been a long time. This is going to have to be darker.
You can put batteries back in and be like, what year is it, Valarie?
Oh, so now he's an evil Furby, which actually, didn't they have evil Furbies?
I don't.
No. It's like in the last 2 years, there was some words that Furby was saying that actually sounded like cuss words.
Oh,
and
really?
like demonic sounding, and it wasn't supposed to. And I don't know. There were parents that were mad. I would have taken it for the kid and been laughing and playing with it. Whatever. As long as it's not a clown, we're good.
Jacqueline's asking, is the Furby's name Gizmo, or is that another thing?
Oh,
No, those are gremlins.
That's Gremlin.
Yeah, but he does look like a little bit like Gizmo.
And, oh yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
The eyes. I'm
And
trying
the
to.
ears.
I don't remember if I named him.
Oh, yeah, Jacqueline's. That's Eve says that's the Mogwai. Yes, Gizmo is the Mogwai.
Yes. He was cute. I was a kid when that came out. Oh, what year was that? Because I was a kid, like kid.
83, 84.
I was 10 or 11 then.
Yeah. Heather is still not coming back with whatever it was that she was afraid to say.
Goodness, that bad.
I don't know.
It's kind of scary.
I'd try some reverse psychology. She won't say it.
She won't say it. So I'm trying to reshape my edge. because we do have a bit of more of a curve going this way. I also lost my curve down here. Okay.
I'm looking at your Facebook. I saw what you said.
Oh.
That is amazing. Okay.
I'll look at it after the live.
I've not. I just saw the picture, Eve.
That's the one thing bad about lives is I miss out on all the fun you guys are having. I don't see. Alright, let's get rid of more of this graphite.
Heather's asking if the right side of the mushroom seems to be sharper L than the left of the gentle slope. Is that the way it grew?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me see.
That's not the question you're afraid to ask, though.
No. Though I can't. I need to loosen up the curve, actually. I've got it tighter than it should be. I can pull it out right there. Mm-hmm. And okay. Make it bigger.
Okay.
There just ain't nothing I can say.
No. Heather's not even saying anything. Just Heather's presence.
She doesn't have to. My brain does it all by itself. She just makes it
more
what? Obvious. More obvious. That's all. Mm. It's okay to ask, Heather.
Well, we got 11 minutes till 12:30.
Well, I'm just trying to get to a place that I'm overall. The crown isn't done, but on camera it looks more done than what I'm seeing. I need to bring this line down. And by negative burning it, I got to keep some of the line. But I do see where. Let's see. Goes down. I can sharpen my line a little bit more in theory. Let's see. Let's see.
Like rum coffee is really kicking in.
Really?
Yeah. You know I'm lightweight.
That's true. Where was I going? That's where I was going. I'm trying not to get that outline look and have things fade, but still get this way. So how much of this can I get rid of? I'm trying to. The shape of the head is off a little bit because of where I put. So I'm trying to fix it. Straighten this out. Tap, tap, tap. So I'm not getting full on outline. Still have that curve right there. Actually, I think we can make that work. Let's make it more of a flowery. And that was another thing that I wanted with this crown, to make it look more like a flower opening up.
Oh, okay.
Since we've got all this other nature going on. So I did want that in there.
Heather wants to hear your reaction to the Furby organ.
Can I play that?
Probably. Do you want me to pull it up?
Well, I don't know if somebody owns it. I mean, what I can do...
Thanks to my amazing Patreon support. So, yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's somebody else's. What I can do is watch it off of stream. Mm-hmm. That way I can hear what's going on. And the next live, we can mute it and I can watch it. And then you can hear the reaction.
Okay.
Because this way, because if I mute it, then I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
We can try that. Because I don't want to take somebody else's work. Alright, so let's get this bit of a flower petal feel. Gonna smooth out some of these darks.
Heather says okay, but Eve wants to hear it too.
Oh, I don't have any headphones. Is it something I have to hear or just see? If it's something I can just get away seeing, then I can pop it on my phone. Let's see, dark there. Get some dark here. Now, I have a better idea where things are. I have the graphite removed. This one still needs to be tightened up. I need to fix that feather.
Eve says definitely here.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll do that after the stream.
Okay.
Let's see here. So for now, at least we can see the crown. It does need more tightening up, but I can actually stop here because everything is going to have to be adjusted when the final areas are done. And I so wanted to be a lot further than this, but last week, between some family stuff going on, my birthday, and the AAC Raven video.
World Pyrography Month prep.
Yes. All that going on. I just was like, because I actually was going to sit down to work on this yesterday when the shelf came down. And when that came down, I was not a happy camper. So I decided to just chill out and not get too upset.
It's fixed now.
Yeah, it's fixed. I just have to put the books up and...
I just didn't want them to think Hepcap was slacking.
Oh, no. You jumped right to it. And I appreciate it so much because you are that awesome.
Okay,
and I love you.
I love you too.
Oh.
Heather says happy birthday.
Thank you, Heather. Thanks to all the awesome happy birthdays I got. And oh my goodness. Oh, Thomas. Is Cheryl still with us? Thomas. He sent the video of Thomas singing happy birthday to me from last Tuesday. And I've just been playing it over and over again because it is so awesome. And that was such a sweet thing that Thomas did. So I'm keeping it.
It was sweet.
It was. So, there's Cheryl. Yes. And if you're watching Thomas, I meant to do this at the beginning of this stream because it's later over there for them. I wanted to do a shout out for him and say thank you.
Well, there you do.
Shout out, Thomas, and thank you.
Two of them.
If Thomas is watching, hopefully he's watching. So if we don't have any more questions, I think my brain just needs to stop for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though I do think I got pretty far on this so that we can see where it's going. Actually, I think out of everything I've done, this gives me a better idea of how it's going to look.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next live is going to be the last live. I'm working on this, whether I'm done or not. It's the last live on the hummingbird, at least till September, because then we're going into World Pyrography Month on the 1st, which is Wednesday. So actually, I guess I got two. I got two lives. Actually, you know what? I might take that live off so that I can have a day off before we jump in. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm down for it.
You're down for a day off? We haven't had a day off in a while. All right. I will post more on that.
Oh, Thomas is there.
Hi, Thomas. Bernie.
Bernie just came in.
Oh. So if we don't have any more questions. So is it next week we're not doing the live or the week after?
It's up to you.
It throws me off not doing a live.
Well, I know it, but you need the time off.
I will post it over on my Facebook page and in the group, which is down in the description. If you're not following, I'll have to decide. I almost canceled today's live, but it just doesn't feel right when I do that. I've gotten so used to it. Oh, and guess what today is?
Tuesday.
Yes. What else? What else?
I'm thinking.
Today, this video, once it's done processing, is my 101 upload.
Oh, okay.
Yes. All right. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I feel so bad that it's only now that I said anything to Thomas. We got anything else? Hi, Jam. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I actually did the dark in the background.
Yeah.
Just so I could see. Because I think if I hadn't done this part, which still needs more work, but it gives me a base, I think I would have gone too dark on the crown had I not done that.
Right.
So, and the dark background, at least for this area, is part of the piece.
Well, the chat's calling for a reaction video.
A reaction video. Oh my gosh, that means I have to be on camera.
Well,
So am I not supposed to watch it until if I do that, you have to be in the you have to do it with me.
okay, fine.
Oh god, that means I got makeup on to watch your video. Alright.
Maybe not today.
No, not today. I need a break. I need to there's some big family stuff going on and I need a break.
Okay.
Okay. I gotta figure out which Tuesday to take off. I gotta look at the calendar.
Well, that can wait.
Alright. So if we don't have any more questions, I think I have babbled long enough. Let's see here.
We can figure that out later.
I know, I'm just trying to decide if it's the 24th or the 31st.
Let's not figuring it out later.
Well, because World Pyrography Month starts exactly 2 weeks from tomorrow. Oh, and if you haven't gotten your wood, I uploaded a video about the wood that I have for World Pyrography Month. And if you have smaller pieces of wood, Richie also did a announcement for World Pyrography Month. And in Richie's video, he has a different idea for a running pattern that deals with smaller pieces of wood. So I would highly check that out. Definitely. I did not put that in the iCards. I will. If you're watching on replay, I will put that in the iCard. And it's in the iCard of my upload yesterday. So, on knees begging. Oh my goodness, Heather.
Amazing. They really want you to have
They
this.
really do want me to do this, don't they?
Okay.
All right, we'll do it. Just give me a little time. It won't be today, but we shall do it. Maybe we'll include Corinne. Let's just have all three of us.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right, if you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe. The button's down here. And don't forget to hit the like button and share. Leave me a comment, whether it's a question or just what you would like to see next. Happy burning, guys.
All right.
Bye.